Gaming in 2025 was all about surprises, from unexpected indie darlings to major franchises taking wild, uncharted detours. This year didn't just deliver, it redefined the playbook. So many jaw-dropping moments hit us out of nowhere, making it one of the most unpredictable years in gaming history. Welcome to Gaming Demon, your favorite digital sanctuary where we decode hype, analyze chaos, and keep it way too real. If it breaks the internet or shatters expectations, you'll hear about it here first. Today we're diving deep into the 5 biggest gaming surprises of 2025. Buckle up because some of these came from way off the radar. Let's start where nobody expected, the little guys. 2025 was a tsunami of indie greatness. Indie studios brought innovation, heart, and straight up magic this year. And nothing screams surprise like The Unseen, a narrative-driven psychological thriller that grabs your brain and never lets go. Its story wove a mind-bending loop of reality and hallucination, making players question everything, including their save files. Critics compared it to Her Story and Alan Wake, and players flooded social media with theories, fan art, and conspiracy boards. Then came Pixel Dreams, a retro-style platformer that didn't just tug on your nostalgia strings, it yanked them clean off. With vibrant pixel art, ridiculously smooth controls, hidden levels that pay tribute to 90s classics, and a chiptune soundtrack that slaps harder than it should. It reminded us why we fell in love with games in the first place. Twitch streamers couldn't get enough of the speedrun mode, and fan mods emerged within days of release. These games proved that a good idea, smart design, and raw creativity can outshine even the biggest budgets. It wasn't just about charm, it was about innovation. From minimalist UIs to clever storytelling devices like real-world puzzle integration, indie games led the charge. So let me ask, which indie game completely blindsided you this year? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's see which one had you glued to the screen at 3 a.m. Remember when cloud gaming felt like a gimmick? Yeah, that's over. In 2025, it exploded. We're talking full AAA experiences running seamlessly on everything from your tablet to your fridge door. Okay, maybe not your fridge yet. Leading the charge was Project Nova, a jaw-dropping sci-fi epic that delivered photorealistic visuals and zero-lag performance all over the cloud. Gamers around the world couldn't believe they were playing something that massive with no console required. Its release day crashed servers, not because they failed, but because everyone logged on. But it wasn't just the games. Services like GameStream and PlayZone came out swinging, challenging the titans with aggressive pricing, exclusive partnerships, and tech that actually worked. GameStream launched with a wild feature, latency-free co-op play across continents. PlayZone rolled out voice-to-action AI for accessibility. The result, a massive player migration. Suddenly, cloud gaming wasn't just an option, it was the option. Even developers began designing with cloud-first tools. Cross-device progression, instant demos, and AI-assisted matchmaking became the norm. Now we're asking, what's the point of a next-gen console when your phone can run the same games? 2025 didn't just change the conversation, it flipped the whole table. Cue the nostalgia, because this was the year of legendary comebacks. Legend of Zelda, Tears of the Sky shocked everyone by not only continuing the legacy but elevating it. With a sweeping open world that spanned sky islands, underground cities, and ancient machine zones, it delivered some of the most heartfelt narrative moments in the franchise. Players cried, no joke, and then, boom. The Legacy of the Dragon's Tear dropped. A long-dormant RPG series that fans had practically given up on suddenly roared back to life. With cinematic storytelling, branching quests, turn-based combat that felt both nostalgic and modern, and voice acting that gave AAA blockbusters a run for their money, it became one of the highest-rated games of the year. Even more wild, the devs announced its sequel before the year ended. When these classics returned, they didn't lean on nostalgia, they reinvented themselves. They took risks, they told new stories, and they earned their place back on the throne. 2025 wasn't just the year of surprising games, it was the year eSports went nuclear. Let's start with Apes Battle Royale, Dominion. Non, sir, which broke viewership records with its Season 6 Grand Finals. This wasn't just a game, it was an event. Celebrity shoutcasters, real-time audience voting, in-game rewards for viewers, and a last-man-standing showdown that had 20 million people watching live. But the real shocker? The Phoenix League. A new eSports org that built a global franchise league from scratch. With regional circuits, documentary content, a killer mobile app, and a streaming rights deal that rivaled Netflix. It brought esports to the masses like never before. New stars like Zero and Nova became household names, their highlight reels playing in Times Square and their merch flying off digital shelves. Nova even signed a sneaker deal. Gaming superstardom isn't coming, it's already here. Even traditional sports networks joined in, broadcasting matches with full analysis panels. Esports wasn't just a corner of gaming anymore, it was gaming. Now let's talk future. Not sci-fi dreams, but real-world steps into the next frontier. Virtual and augmented reality. Finally started walking the walk. VR titles like A Fracture Point and Silent Moon were no longer novelty showcases. They were full-on Game of the Year contenders. AR glasses like Spectra Lens X let players map games onto real-world environments. Imagine catching a mythical beast on your commute or seeing an RPG quest marker on your actual doorstep. Then there's AI in gaming. We're talking NPCs that remember your choices, adjust their personalities over time, and develop relationships with the player. A fantasy RPG called Sentience. Dropped a mid-year patch and suddenly your in-game party was finishing your sentences and calling you out on previous decisions. It was like being in a game with improv actors who actually knew you. And beyond gameplay, AI tools were helping developers too, optimizing level design, balancing economies, and stress testing quests in ways that were once impossible. Entire minigames were built by procedural AI, then reviewed by human devs. This wasn't pre-written dialogue trees, it was living storytelling. The future? It's not just coming, it's playable. 2025 was one for the record books, from the rise of the indie kings to cloud gaming's unexpected dominance, from resurrected legends to esports supremacy in a future that's already here. One thing's clear, gaming isn't just evolving, it's mutating rapidly. So, which surprise hit you hardest this year? Let me know in the comments, and while you're here, smash that like button, like it just stole your XP, and sub if you're into hype breakdowns, gaming curveballs, and zero BS takes on the industry. This has been Gaming Demon.